So welcome everybody. This is the last day of the second annual Black Family Homeschool Educators and Scholars Virtual Teach-In. Woo, that's a mouthful. How you all feeling? We're at the end of this long 5-day week together. How you doing?
Good, good.
You doing good?
Yes.
Now, do we have folks, is everyone on this call East Coast time, or we have some folks?
No, Alicia's in Texas.
Really?
What part of Texas, Alicia?
I am in Dallas.
Oh, wow.
Oh, welcome, Dallas. What time is it there?
11:30.
Okay. All right. You're not too far away.
No.
I wonder, do we have any West Coasters? That Pacific time? Woo.
I'll keep these at the table just in case.
All right. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for this last check-in that we're having with you all. We really wanted to have an opportunity to just see how it's been. It's good to see presenters on this call. We have Jason, Dr. Jason, Nichelle Nelson, Phyllis Asanyabi, Dr. Cheryl Fields-Smith. We have presenters on this call. So if you've seen any sessions where you want to speak directly to folks, or as presenters, is there anything that you want to share as well? Because I know that this has been a very communal experience. So even if you were a presenter, you were also learning as well. I know all of you all have been actively engaged in our group chats. And Jason, if there was an award that I could give you in terms of friending folks and just welcoming people into your space, I'd give you that award, that statuette. So yeah, we're opening the floor. You all lead this conversation with us. Any questions you have for us?
No, I don't have a question. I just have a comment. Like, I just really enjoy being able to be in an environment with other like-minded folks. And that's the thing that prompted me to friend, because I guess this could be an ask for next time to have a space where people's social media is more readily available to make it easier to contact people later on. Because I'm kind of like, oh my God, these people exist. I just want to make sure that I have a way of reaching out to them and vice versa after this experience.
Right. So, we definitely plan on having this space active after this teach-in. And that's the thing, that was the reason for creating having this teach-in off of a social media space. Because, if we're on a Facebook, we getting everybody's message. And if you're anything like me, you're probably part of at least 100 groups. Right. I saw some number the other day. I think I'm part of like over 200 groups. I don't even know how that's possible. Wow. But getting all of those alerts and everything. So we wanted to have a space specific to our Black homeschooling community. And so you're right on target, Jason, when you're saying that you're with like-minded folks, and hopefully those communications can continue, and we can look at other ways to really leverage this community that we're building through the teach-in.
It's nice to have so many men involved. I'd like to see more men even. That was different from last year to this year. It's really great.
I have a question about people who aren't registered already. Is it completely closed? Would anybody be able to sign up to look at the recordings, or does it have to wait until next year?
Well, it's a paywall, so they would have to join the community, but it will be something that you're joining and you're paying. So the teach-in itself wasn't necessarily just, and I sent that in the morning message too, because I really wanted to be clear that there is value in spaces like now where we're live and we're all together and we're communicating. And folks continue to ask about, will they have access to these sessions and the recordings? Well, that's YouTube. We have stuff on YouTube, but the community itself is what we're trying to build. And so we really are looking for folks to really show up and be present. Jason, there's something that you said during your workshop and you posted it in the chat. that speaks to what I'm talking about, where you talk about the power of presence, when you were talking about Black men being present during homeschooling. And that is what is necessary for any type of community building. So the long answer, Alicia, to your question is yes, folks will have access. And what we are authentically trying to build is a community, not a place where folks drop in and drop, they're just trying to solicit and then they roll out. We really want folks to really be able to communicate with each other authentically.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Come on, Alicia got it rolling. Dr. Jason got it rolling. Any other feedback, questions? Y'all know I can go. Yeah, I don't want to talk you to death.
Ebony has her hand up.
Okay.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I really wanted to say I'm very appreciative of all the time you've taken out to make this program. And that includes all of the speakers and content and everything, because it's been really good and really beneficial for my family. And just the last couple of days, it just really set a good recharge.
Oh, wonderful.
It definitely makes me feel like I'm on the right path with my daughters, and just really making sure that they feel empowered, and that they are smart and intelligent. I really, 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 and not to just focus on one curriculum or not curriculum, but one subject, but I really enjoyed all the workshops and Zoom calls on math, because it really shows you how math is like involved in everything. And I really appreciated that, because it kind of made me look at not just my daughter's energy, because if anybody's wondering, I'm the one who keeps writing about like ADHD and anxiety, because those are my girls. One likes math, the other one is terrified of it. And I really enjoyed that, because it let me know, okay, I'm going to approach this differently. I need to check my own energy.
Yes.
Present it. I need to think about ways of making it fun for her. And one of the presenters had chimed in that, you make the curriculum,
Yes.
not the curriculum makes you. And I didn't know that. This is only my second year.
Yes.
Homeschooling. Last year was a hot mess.
Yeah.
I
think was that a Mirabello that told you that? I think I recall seeing that when I was editing the session, and she told you that, and just the way that she told you gently, I appreciated that. Yes, because that's the thing, is that and when all of the speakers filled out the application, I saw all of the math sessions. My heart I got like, because how many messages do we combat or we see regularly about Black children, this damn thing called an achievement gap, which I do the exorcist to, right? Because it's such damning language used in reference to our children. And when I saw all of these beautiful Black people in that Excel sheet saying that they wanted to present on math and all of the varied, interactive and exciting ways they wanted to do it, there's no way that you can have too many math sessions, because like everything, the approach can be different. There's so many varieties. And so, Ebony, your words are of value. And I really wish that our math presenters were on this call, but they'll see the recording to know that the work that they're doing is so meaningful. I had shared with you all before, my mother was a mathematician. And one of the things that the abacus, when I saw that that session, I was like, oh my God, because I grew up hearing about a damn abacus and all of this. And my mother was heavily involved in Montessori. So yes, I appreciate everything that you're saying. And as we move on to let someone else give some feedback, I want you to continue what you're doing, Ebony. I want you to continue to share your feedback in our group chat and make sure that you're reaching out to Amira Bello and to Leroy and to all the teachers so far. Dion, whose coffee talk went today, all of them.
That was good too. Yes, I'm going
Look
to
at Crystal.
all.
Crystal has her abacus.
See you, Crystal Gamble.
We use it. I mean, I just did a video for Instagram about how you can use the abacus for patterns and multiplication. I'm like, why are people using this thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's cute when they're little kids and they got the kids playing with it, but I'm like, no, y'all use it for math.
Yes,
right.
manipulatives are necessary in math because so many of our children are kinesthetic. So they need to touch, they need to move, they need to be able to feel and to be engaged in ways that it just does not hit like that when you lecture to all the time. And so I just love the diversity in the ways that folks are teaching how to facilitate, because that's of utmost importance. So Pearl and Phyllis have had their hands up. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Crystal. Pearl, did you want to go next?
Good morning or afternoon, everybody. I'm just, I don't know, I've just been overwhelmed with joy this week attending this conference. I am a former special ed educator that literally left the field probably after 25 years because of a lot of what you all discuss, and I tell you, you guys have given me hope. There's so much hope because I volunteered all my services for free virtually, tutoring a bunch of kids since the pandemic hit, all virtual. And Lord have mercy, you're talking about a journey. And I was just explaining to a lot of these parents, you all need to flee this public system because it is not working for your kids. But a lot of these parents, they literally do not feel confident. And I wish a lot of them would have been able to attend this, but a lot of them had to work because I invited them because I wanted them to see this. And I mean, it's to a point where I feel like I need to start me a little co-op or something.
Well, that will be a positive outcome, right? That's what this is for. That's what this is for.
Pearl,
That's exactly what you need to do.
Where are you, Pearl?
I'm in Georgia, but I work with a lot of kids virtually in Mississippi, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Hold on, what part, Pearl, what part of Georgia are you in?
I'm in Cobb County, Marietta.
Girl, we're about an hour from each other. We need to do
Really? Are you
something.
serious?
Yes, let's do
Well,
something.
Yeah, you all are geniuses, the creators and all of these panelists. I feel like I was in a university. And I've been to a lot of virtual events during the pandemic. By far, this has been the absolute best.
Oh, wonderful.
I tell you, it just, and then when I get off, I'm steady going back through my notes. I'm going back through here. I feel like I've been in a university this week.
Yes.
And my hats is off to you. And I'm happy that the male perspective, because when I was in the schools, I'm always begging for dads, dads to come up, dads to come up, dads to come up. And I was in special ed, and Lord have mercy, I was always being told that, oh, you spend too much time with your kids. Oh, you did. I'm like, oh my God. But you guys have given me hope. I mean, you really have. And I just want to continue to be a part of this community and just learn and, see how I can, help out and all everything, because you all have, I don't know. I feel like I've just gone to another planet.
This is, we appreciate hearing all of this, Ms. Pearl. And I know that what resonated with me, what you just said, we've been talking about Dr. Fields-Smith yesterday facilitated 2 sessions on with the authors, the chapter authors of a book that we have coming out, and it's on Black Homeschooling in the United States, theory, practice in popular culture. And what you were saying, how folks ask you why you spend so much time with your kids, it resonated with me with the chapter by one of the chapter authors who actually was on a panel with Cheryl yesterday, Cheryl Carter. And because she used to work, and you'll find in the book, but also you'll start to meet, when you start meeting homeschooling parents, a lot of us worked in the traditional school settings system and have a lot of the same experiences that you're talking about that led us to the work that we're doing now. And have experiences where we've had people say to us, question the type of time that we invest in these children that we serve. And you do find in the homeschooling community that that's a practice, that's a natural practice. And we appreciate and we recognize that this time that we spend with our young people, learning is taking place, even though they're not sitting in a classroom. And the care and the nurturing and all of that is necessary for them to be academicians and to aspire to even things that may not be academic in nature. So I appreciate your feedback, Ms. Pearl. We have 15 more minutes, and I want to make sure that everyone gets a time to say something. So I'm going to ask that you share, and I want it to be heartfelt. I don't want to rush you, but I do want to make sure that everybody on the call with these little cute emoticon hands get some time to say something. So then I see Phyllis. After Phyllis, we're going to go to Crystal, then Amelia, and then Peely. Peely, Bailey, am I saying your name correctly? Okay, cool. All right, Miss Phyllis. All right, Miss Phyllis, maybe not there. Miss Amelia, did you want to go next?
Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I just want to say, as far as feedback goes, this year has been so amazing. I want to first say the math is awesome. My daughter is a hands-on learner, so I've always been trying to find more math things to do with her because she loves her numbers and counting. So having those sessions and live workshops has been great. I love the fact that we have more men joining the community. So that's very uplifting and encouraging. So continue doing the great work. And I do want to add as well, because Miss Phyllis may speak on this, but she was in last year's talk. And I have a daughter who has autism and ADHD, and her talk helped me a little bit more with her education. So I wanted to thank Miss Phyllis because she's part of the reason that I'm here, and a couple of other speakers, Miss Nakanda, who's the homeschool whisperer.
Yes.
So those definitely had brought me in, and I'm so happy to be part of this community. So thanks.
And you are an active and valuable part of the community. Thank you so much, Amelia. And just so everyone knows, she has a coffee talk that's coming up later today. But Miss Phyllis, I feel like she's a member of our team. She has not only been, she wasn't only part of the teaching last year. She also has been part of our Tea Talks, very active in our Facebook group. Many of you follow her, I'm sure, on Clubhouse. She has, I think I invited Phyllis to Clubhouse, and she got like triple the number of followers now because she be on Clubhouse. And so if you are on Clubhouse still, she's an active member. I don't know if she has a community, but she does have a Facebook community for African-American single mothers, homeschooling mothers. And so, yeah, thank you for that, Amelia. Crystal, you're up next and followed by Miss Peely.
I just wanted to throw in my 2 cents of good job. I've enjoyed it. It's been great. Literally, yes, I loved all the math. And when Maribello did the abacus stuff, I was like, yeah, she actually said that to me quite some time ago. And I reviewed it on my IG page and talked about it and like, this is great. And it's funny that you've got these valuable resources out there. A lot of people just are not exposed to them. And there's nothing we can do except look. So I'm so glad y'all have this platform out here and that you could, put this out here for everybody to get a hold of. I've got a new homeschooler. She's on here. Brand starting in fall.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
I was like, go to the conference, listen to these folks, see what they're talking about. So no, thank you.
Oh, look at that.
I can't get away from this child.
Let them wave. We'll all wave
Go ahead,
back. Hey.
Yeah, this
Thank
is why my platform is called Mama Sweet Baby, because baby don't leave mama alone.
I know that's right. And on the note with math, I think everyone went to jump on Akil Parker's YouTube channel. I know I was in his marketplace, like subscribe.
Mhm.
I think that's all he put was the link. And so if only my teen who I just graduated, we did Khan Academy when she was taking her math class for her dual enroll, her college class. We did Khan Academy and YouTube. If only we had known about his channel then, you know. But Miss Peely, you are next.
Good morning, everyone. Well, it's morning for me. I'm here in California, so good afternoon, I guess, for everybody.
That's right, West Coast.
Want to say thank you so much for this. This is everything for me. I'm very isolated here in Glendora. I'm in the butt crack of the white people. And my son is biracial. And so, you know, we just signed up for homeschooling this year and I didn't know what to do. So I signed up with like a charter school because they give you resources to buy curriculum. But as I'm looking at curriculum, I'm seeing how problematic it is.
Yeah.
How hard it is to choose something that is going to continually perpetuate this miseducation. And at the same time, you know, I'm an academic, you know, I have a master's in chemistry. I've been thoroughly schooled. And so there's a part of me that really wants to help him to have access to really quality education. Yes, you hear me. I know you hear me all the time. And so I guess that my first, I just want to say thank you for this platform. I want to say, you know, I've really been trying to get off of Facebook just because Facebook is not great for my mental health. And this is like something that is like a total answer to what I've needed because I wanted to connect with other Black homeschool parents and other educators, and I did not want to be on Facebook. So I'm super, super grateful for this platform and the way that you have set it up. I mean, it's been just life-giving to me.
Oh, wonderful.
Then just in terms of how you would navigate the system, because, you know, we are signed up for this charter school and this is my first year homeschooling. So I wanted to have some kind of foundation to springboard off of, but like, I don't know. I'm just curious what you would say, how you would advise a new homeschool.
So I will personally recommend you reaching out. It sounds like when you talk about your own background and you talk about yourself being schooled, it sounds like you yourself were challenged with looking outside of this paradigm that many of us are used to because we were traditionally schooled, right? So when we even are looking at schooling our children, we still are within the confines of what we're familiar with when we were traditionally schooled. I would definitely recommend you reaching out to any of our presenters who also identify as being homeschool coaches or consultants. I'm thinking Malika Diggs, I'm thinking Nakanda. I was doing consultations for a while, but right now I do not have the capacity to do that, but I do have a blog where I always recommend people check out. But a consultant, a human consultant, not just going and reading, is, I think, imperative at the place where you are, because I think Queen Thais also does consultations, because you need to talk to someone who has successfully navigated homeschooling outside the confines of what Malika Diggs calls foolishness, right? And understanding, even as you talk about curriculum, knowing that you can create your curriculum, that you are the curriculum, and that many of us who have older children, we were able to teach our children with the curriculum that we built, the curricular items that we built, and creating a pathway. And we have children that are in college. We have my 17-year-old just graduated from my homeschool, but also with an associate's degree at 17. And she's getting ready to come over to where you're at in California for her 4-year college, right? And she was self-directed entire high school, all right? So it's possible, but you need someone to talk to so that they can assuage a lot of these fears so that you can know that it's possible, all right? So I would not have a problem if you inbox me, and I will give you the names of the folks that are in this teaching for you to reach out to them and to see their availability for you to have a consultation with them, because where you are right now is that you're ready, but you need your confidence in place to know and to be sure that you're ready, because you're doing it now. But you don't have to be reliant of someone else's curriculum. And that's the big thing that you need to be assured of. Okay?
All right. Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. Dr. Cheryl, we got 5 minutes. What you want to do?
I just want to thank everybody. This has been a powerful time for me too. We have questions in the chat. Wait, where did I see it? Nichelle typed in, I wanted to ask Jason Esters about the clubhouse. My husband tried to get on the call yesterday, but it kept saying he was the only one there. He was a homeschool father for 25 years. So how does Clubhouse work? So that's one.
So
And
I posted a long reply in the chat.
okay.
Like how Clubhouse works. Of course, Clubhouse has individual audio rooms that you have to get into, but each individual participant who is on Clubhouse can open up their own room. But a lot of the larger conversations happen within clubs. And I would advise anybody who's on Clubhouse, get yourself a club, open yourself a club so that you can have conversations. But Black Men Homeschool, we've opened up a club. It's got our logo, so it's easy to find. And so we're going to have, this has really encouraged me to start having more conversations every month around some of the issues that have been brought up during the course of the week. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Awesome. Phyllis said, I tried to speak, not sure why you couldn't hear me. I'll be brief. Please let me speak. Of course, Miss Phyllis, close it down, sister. Come speak, my love. Come speak.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Okay, very good. I wanted to be brief. I'll be brief. I won't be long-winded as I usually am. I enjoyed virtually all of the presentations. I was concerned about one, and maybe you can help me with the room title. It was concerning some ABA, applied behavioral analysis ideas and concepts that were referenced in the talk. And anyone in the autism community will tell you that ABA, what is commonly known as applied behavior analysis, is very controversial even today because of a lot of the techniques that were used in the past that were used to punish what was considered to be negative behavior, which is behavior that a lot of autistic people display, and abuse of children in trying to attain neurotypical behavior out of autistic people. And because I myself, which a lot of people don't know this, I'm on the autism spectrum, and so is my son. So I'm always advocating for autistic people, because there are those who cannot speak, but the ones who can speak and who have gone through ABA therapy usually don't have anything positive to say about it. And so I was concerned about the ABA references in one of the presentations. Can you help me out with the title of that room or that presentation?
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the one, the importance of quality home-based education, cultural relevancy, and addressing behavior within your community with Chazera Deshelle?
Yes. There were, yeah.
And Leroy Smith was with her. Was it that one?
I believe so.
Mhm.
And so I just wanted to point that out or alert people about that. So
Well, I think what you bring up is an excellent point, because it actually speaks to sometimes the lack of awareness on the part of organizers. And I take full responsibility of saying that I literally found out everything that you're speaking of. I found out about the controversy of ABA within the last 2 weeks, in another Facebook group that I'm a part of for writers who we get paid, where they share paid opportunities, journalists. And someone had posted an opportunity to talk about ABA, and the whole thread talked about the exact same things that you're talking about. And I'm an educator, and I have all the degrees, right? And I was not aware of this controversy until recently. And so I think that I appreciate you sharing this, because I'm going to do a better job next year with making sure that there's balance, especially when it comes to topics that could potentially be controversial in nature and need some type of balance, or even determining if they're a safe fit for the space that we're trying to create. I've been very committed to protecting this community when it comes to sponsorship, wanting our sponsors to be Black people, to ensure that we see each other, we see the ability to create community without the sponsorship or the proximity to whiteness. And I wanted to have the same commitment to the sessions that we offer, making sure that we're not promoting things that could be potentially harmful to our participants. And so I thank you, Phyllis, for bringing that up. And it's my lack of knowledge about it. I could have at least asked you to include that in your presentation, so it could have been some balance in what we're presenting.
I truly appreciate that. I just wanted to bring it to your and other people's attention, because I don't know how many people on here have children with autism or who may have autism themselves. So I thank you for listening.
All right, thank you. And so with that, I think all of you all know just how appreciative Dr. Fields-Smith and I are of you, your active participation, for showing up. And we ask you, we'd like everyone to come to the closing reception. It's going to be short like this, but just an opportunity for us to thank those of you who contributed personally, but also the participants, thanking you as well in our closing reception later today. So we're going to get off because we're 2 minutes late for the next presentation, and we'll see you later.
We don't want to miss the math party, so come on and join us for the math party.
That's right. Bye.
Bye.